Hello and welcome back to the Phoenix Wright trilogy, and we are going back into Justice for All Revisited. And we are about to start the first part of this strange trial of sorts in the biggest circus of the land. So let's start the first part of the trial of Turnabout Big Top. December 29, 9:43 a.m., District Court. Defendant Lobby Number 5. Good morning, Max.
Max? What?
If I don't have a glass of milk before I go on stage, I just can't function, sweetie.
Stage? Oh, don't worry. There won't be a stage. All you have to do is sit down. Good. Max is really nervous.
That's understandable. Hey! My sweeties! What? Poof we go! You don't think I should fly, do you? You know, you've got to make a good first impression. When I enter the room, maybe I should fly in and warm up the crowd a little. No. We can't be having you flying around the courtroom. It just wouldn't be right. Imagine if you hit someone.
Don't worry, Max. Just do what Nick says. Everything will be okay.
Oh, sweet! What is it this time, Max? Why don't you try flying into the courtroom? I can see it now. The dashing young lawyer flying fabulously, and from above, one glimpse of that, and everyone in the room will be on your side.
Max, really, no one needs to fly today. Nick, what's with that look in your eyes?
I like the sound of that. Dashing young lawyer flying fabulously. Yeah, it just look like. December 29th, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 2. And now the case of one. What? Your Honor, get on with it. Oh, sorry. I just realized that the defendant's name is Billy Bob Jones. Well, this is the defendant also known as Maximilian Galactico. Yes, Your Honor. He does often go by that name. You know, my grandchild is a huge fan of his. I think everyone here wouldn't mind if we call the defendant Maximilian Galactico. It sounds more friendly. I wonder if that is to our advantage. Miss Von Karma, your opening statement, if you please.
I hope you didn't go there thinking you'd win this one, Mr. Phoenix Lego. Eh? That spirit channeling trial was a sham. I refuse to acknowledge its legitimacy. It did not count. Do you hear me? She was still upset about what happened last time. You have no chance. Zero. Zilch. Nada. I'm not losing this guy. Why? You ask? Because it is not in the nature of a Von Karma to lose at anything. I guess being born with the name Von Karma is a free pass to be arrogant and annoying. That's a man, Mr. Phoenix Wright. As you'll be under my big top afterwards. What? I'll show you the textbook procedure for proving how absolutely guilty you are. May? Guilty? Ah! What are you talking about? It will be my ultimate revenge.
But it's not like it'll bring her dad back.
There, opening statement complete. Now, let's hurry and wrap up this vessel time.
Very well, you may call your first witness, Miss Montgomery.
Detective Dikomshu, get up there! Now!
Oh, poor Gumshoe.
Sorry to keep you from work, as I'm sure you need every penny you can earn, detective.
Don't mention it. It's no trouble at all. I've been looking forward to this.
Very well. I would like you to begin by shedding light on the events in question.
At the surface, sir. All right, detective. You may proceed with your testimony. The night of the crime, snow was falling until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. All circus performers were gathered in the big top to practice their routines. The practice session broke up around 10 p.m. The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 10:15 p.m. The victim was found bent over a wooden box, dead as a doornail. The cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck. Now you see, he was beaten to death. Here is the autopsy report for the victim. The court accepts this into evidence. Well, there's his autopsy report. Time of death, 10:15 p.m. Cause, blunt force trauma to the back of the head. Blunt object. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Press everything. Let me ask you about the snow. It was nearly a blizzard up until the time of the crime. Did Paula? It wasn't such a big deal. Maybe about an inch and a half was on the ground. The snow froze in place and stayed on the ground until the next day. Snow. Let me see, there's got to be more to this.
What's the matter, Nick?
I need to take a look at the court records. Mr. Gumshoe, what were the members of the circus doing on the night of the crime? When you say all of the circus performers, who do you mean? Everyone but the dancers and staff were there. Regina the animal tamer, Mo the clown, Ben the ventriloquist, and of course the defendant, Maximilian Galactica, and his victim, the ringmaster. Oh, I almost forgot. Regina the tiger was there as well. Out of curiosity, what about the circus monkey? When I was investigating yesterday, he happened to snatch my wristwatch. Detective, you are welcome to file a police report after these proceedings. After the practice was over, where did everyone head off to? Regina was playing with Regent, while Mo went back to his room tired from work. Then the ventriloquist went to the front gate absorbed in his own world. The ringmaster and Max went off to the ringmaster's room to talk privately. Talk privately? That's awfully suspicious. You wouldn't happen to know what they were talking about, would you? It seems they were negotiating Max's salary. Actually, that's what asking for Regina's hand in marriage. I'd like you to be a bit more specific about the events at 10:15 p.m. Okay, not a problem, pal. We've got a witness that told us what to go! Just 30 minutes. Time to move on. Alright, well, just have to revisit that testimony later. Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling us how the victim met his end? A wooden box? That's right. The victim must have been carrying the wooden box when he was killed. Carrying the box, huh? Carrying the box, huh? Well, a rather strange wooden box, Your Honor. What do you mean? Well,
it was much heavier than it looked, not to mention it was locked. Locked, you say? The victim was hunched over this 20-pound box, boasts a small but strong lock. This may be my only chance, so I might as well ask some questions. Do you mind telling us what was inside that box? Well, when we found the box, it was locked higher than Fort Knox. So we took it back to the station, cracked it open. All that was inside was this little bottle. Bottle? What is that, Detective? Exactly what it looks like, Your Honor. It's a condiment bottle. What's inside the bottle? It's filled with pepper. Pepper? Why in the world was it locked in that big box? There's only one little bottle in that huge box.
I wonder if that has some sort of special meaning.
Small seasoning bottle found inside the wooden box the victim was hunched over contains pepper. According to the autopsy report, the murder weapon was a blunt object, correct? And on your homework, pal. And you haven't found this murder weapon, have you? The police are searching for it as we speak. My theory is that it is something the perpetrator ran off with. You would think so, especially since you didn't find it on the scene. No. I bet he made it disappear with magic. Well, I think we have a good feel for the details of the event now. I guess that's all we're gonna get on a gunch in this case.
You mean all we're gonna get out of him is that little bottle of pepper?
Now that we have wrapped up with the detective, I'd like to call my next witness. Yeah? I'm not even off the stand yet. Obviously. But that's due to you being slow and unable to take a hit. I don't know, but wrapped up has such a mean sound to it. I'm a sensitive guy. Thank you very much, Detective Chum. You may step down. Miss Von Karuma, call your next witness. I would like to call Mr. Benjamin Woodman to the stand. She must be talking about Brenda ventriloquist.
I wonder if Trevor will show up on the stand as well.
Da 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 da.
Please state your name and occupation for the record. My full name is Twitter Quick. I'm employed as an upright tenor. Excuse me? The witness called to the stand was one Mr. Benjamin Woodman, ventriloquist. That rule must be cut off your circulation. I said I want to stand up. maybe you don't believe me. Fine. I guess you would assume. The walls of the law, exciting and daring, it's all innocent, decided by a judge dressed up like a woman. What do you think?
It had a good rhythm.
It's just the lyrics. They leave something to be desired, so to speak.
Trilo, you know better than to insult a judge. Yeah! Just look at your nose. You would think you have the sense to fix it. It's all I want to punch you in the face, Officer Chum. It's all I want to punch you in the face on your town sledding with her. You know, that nose is the reason you'll never be an A star.
Celebrities must really enjoy seeing everything that flashes into their mind.
What's going on here? Hold up. Order. I demand to know who the witness is.
Don't worry about me, sir. I'll let Trilo handle this.
I'm not worried about you one bit. I'm worried about getting testimony in my court. Ah!
You won't get anywhere trying to figure out this witness. Now, let's proceed.
What did you witness?
Wolf practice over our list to get what the stick on me down. What we got to the lodging house, our victim, and went back to the plaza's entrance. That's where I saw Matt at the door between the crime. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? Then the police showed up and I took Magic Boy away.
You saw Maximilian Galactica heading towards the scene? You're sure of that?
Without doubt, a eye on his hat, cloak, and the gumwhat roses on his chest. How could you mistake someone with that crazy get up and his nose stuck up so high?
That's enough. I think we all get the picture. Just one thing. You said you ditched the clown.
That's right, dress boy.
Well, since you weren't with him, couldn't that mean that the clown committed the crime?
Got a point. What a shame. It was a nice theory, but the clown can't be the culprit.
Why not?
Here's absolute proof.
She has.
This was found at the scene of the crime. It belongs to the defendant. Without question, he was wearing his signature hat during practice. If the clown was the murderer, there would be no reason for this hat to be at the scene.
Well done, Miss Von Karuma. Your prosecutorial skills are unrivaled. Well done.
Grazie. Thank you for stating the obvious. Mr. Phoenix Wright, what do you have to say?
Okay. I guess she's supposed to get today.
Well, you gotta start somewhere, so let's start picking. So I gotta count. 1, 2, 3, 4. You saw Max and only Max, right, Trilo?
That's right, and that makes him the killer. There was only one person that way that night.
That makes quite a bit of sense in Max. That makes quite a bit of sense and makes Max one suspicious character. It's more to the story than meets the eye. Is there something else? They only saw that. That's a bit strange, don't you think?
What's strange?
That you only saw Max.
Doesn't it seem like you should have seen someone else as well? Or where are you going with this, Mr. Eisel? Who else do you suppose this witness could have seen?
Well, I can tell you. The ringmaster.
That's the victim.
That's correct. If Trilo was at the entrance to the plaza, he should have seen the ringmaster as well.
Obviously, the ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness could have seen him. Anyone with sense could have figured that one out.
What are you talking about? The ringmaster and Max went together to the ringmaster's room.
Is that according to the defendant? Likely story. If Maximilian Galactica was supposed to be in the ringmaster's room, why was he, just as the witness stated, at the scene of the crime?
I see. It seems that at this stage I have no reason to doubt this witness testimony. And there are clearly no conclusive contradictions.
She's right.
A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Now, let's move on. A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Now, let's move along with the testimony. Chum wouldn't happen to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he?
Well, Max is part of that bitter love triangle with Regina. Which is probably why Max conked him over the head.
Nick, was it Ben the one who got knocked over the head?
Yeah.
I think so. I don't know anymore. Around what time did the police arrive at the scene?
I suppose that would have been around... Hey! What time was it? I think it was around, I'd say a bit after 10:30 p.m., I think.
Practice ended at 10 p.m., so you hung around the lodging house the entire time.
I guess sounds about right.
Wasn't it awfully cold? I can't believe you just stand outside in that weather.
Well, the truth is that... Will you shut up, you big-nosed dude? Why are you telling him anything extra? Why can you believe that we can stand outside in that weather?
Well, maybe you were waiting for someone.
What? Who said we were waiting for someone? Mr. Phoenix Wright, we can all do without your offhanded theories.
Iggy! But this witness! He's cracking under the pressure already. I'm on to something. Mr. Wright. Who do you suppose the witness was waiting for out in the cold that night? Well, bedroom eyes over there. Isn't that right? Well, if he was waiting outside in the cold, it was for one person. And one person only. He was waiting for the animal tamer, Regina. You were waiting outside for Regina to come back to the lodging house. Am I mistaken? Is this true?
Wait, you can't really ask me that question. Who cares who I was waiting for that night? What's important is what I saw, don't you forget it!
Well. The pulpit may be a bit stiff, but he's right. All right. There's obviously a reason why this witness was there that night. He spent all that time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, even if someone else would have Even if someone else would have excuse me. Even if someone else would have walked right in front of them, I doubt he would have paid them a second thought. Ah! That makes perfect sense.
That is what I say. The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime.
However, he did not see the victim on the way to his eventual demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there is a high likelihood that he could have missed someone else other than Max heading to the scene. Ah!
There's absolutely no proof that the witness was waiting for the animatema. But I guess he got me. Alright. I spilled the beans for real this time. It's true. I was waiting for Regina. Pain! Don't volunteer things. Pain, suffering.
Mr. Quest says the truth this time. And I mean the whole truth. Were you or were you not waiting for Regina at the entrance to the lodging house?
I was waiting to propose to her.
You were what? Waiting to propose?
What's the matter? You think that humans have a monopoly of marriage?
The marriage of puppet marriage is not under review in this case.
You're the judge! I mean, look at your whole book outfit! More pain!
Thanks for your bumbling. My perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. Now, if you have to waste time getting to the bottom of some silly proposal by a puppet. About your proposal. As weird as it is.
Don't be so surprised that I walked through to propose to Regina. I even had something to give her. I kept it in my pocket waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her. So I still got it in my pocket.
You were going to propose. You... a puppet.
Don't be so obtuse! Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I've got love!
I guess you're right. Even though she's 16. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I couldn't propose to her too.
Exactly!
What? His honor is looking a little less than honorable right now. Okay, Mr. Wright, please continue with your examination.
What was with that
massage at the end?
This is getting weird. One, two. What was it exactly that you plan on giving her?
You know exactly what I was going to give her, numbskull. The only thing I could find that could match Regina's beauty. Answer his question. That was it. You're going to die with your head at an engagement ring. Attachment ring?
Wow, those two nearly fell out of their chairs.
Mr. Phoenix Wright's joke has gone too far. Time for this to end right here.
Fransizka's whip looks like it's about to lash out at almost anything. One hit from that thing will probably shut someone up for a long time. Pain equals bad, but push on anyway. It may be something of a joke, but this is a historic moment. The first time that a puppet has ever proposed to a human being.
I advise you to cut this argument short.
I'm going to have to agree with the defense here. Will the witness please revise their testimony? Specifically about the engagement ring, I'd like to stick to facts, not sociology.
You sure do enjoy sweating the details, especially for a man in a black bathrobe.
So he will say,
I plan on giving an engagement ring to Regina.
and I plan to hit that bitch.
An engagement ring. It's actually a diamond-shaped stone cut from glass. Even more brilliant than the real thing. I think Regina's going to love it.
It's just a ring.
What's the matter, Nick?
Well, there's got to be something I can catch him on. So you are still thinking of trying to give it to Regina?
Of course I am! I spent 3 months salary on this thing. I'm not gonna give it up that easily.
I wonder how much she receives for appearing in the circus.
Probably way more than he deserves.
How about it, Nick?
I think it's about time to unwrap this toy's testimony.
That's the spirit, Nick. Give him hell!
The judge has that dazed and confused look again. Maybe he should get out more. One, two, three, four. Oh, you do? You mean this? Hey, Goody! Trilo, do you mind if I show you something?
What is it? What are you talking about?
Uh-oh. Looks like they're going to double team me now. Do you recognize this ring?
Oh, that's mine! Give it back! Dave!
Can you just testify about this very object? I believe you said in the end I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. Why then do I have it right here? What is going on here?
Say something! Don't put me on the spot like that, Trina. Ow, pain, ow.
I found this in Money's room. Money's room? You mean a room they put money like a bangle?
Ha! That silly monkey's gonna get what's going to it.
Mr. Quiz, I would prefer if you avoided slandering innocent fiats in my court. Well, Your Honor, Money really is a monkey. In every sense of the word. Oh, I see. Well then, Money likes to go after the shiniest things that he can find and gather them up. Shiny things? Trio! When was this ring stolen from you? Well, I suppose it was that time that that night, the night of the crime.
That did you just say?
Details. I need more details.
Well, it was stolen right after Max showed up in the plaza.
Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct?
Well, I guess you might, be able to say that. The ring might have, well, it could have been taken around that time.
Stupid monkey!
Ah! Yeah! Ah! No!
Damn. About that monkey.
Ben! What's with you? Oh, whatever. It has nothing to do with anything, especially not who commit the murder.
It's not for you to decide what has to do with what. Now, Trilo, back to the topic at hand.
I haven't made a thing, nor I, Mr. Treater-quist.
What did you do when the ring was taken, Trilo?
You know exactly what I did. I chased after the ring snatching money. You know exactly what I did. I chased after that ring snatching monkey money.
But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you?
It's all the snow loafy's fool called Ben's fault. While he was fumbling his way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away.
That is indeed an incredible shame. Well, this does indeed prove one very important point.
Prove an important point. That point could that possibly be?
Ben's testimony has the floor. There's a huge contradiction in this witness testimony.
Contradiction?
The witness just testified to the following effect. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he chased after Money the monkey. When the witness was off chasing Money, there was no one watching the plaza.
That is the meaning of all this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Where are you going with this little theory of yours?
I'm saying that there is no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going with this little theory. Which leads me to my next point. It is entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene. I missed that line.
Now then, tell me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you have any proof that something slipped past this vigilant ventriloquist?
Idiot! Well, he obviously didn't see the victim. The ringmaster arrived on the scene.
However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive.
The witness is lying. He is blinded by his rivalry with Max. Well, the defense argument does hold water. This witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendant.
Well, how dare you! I wouldn't lie just to get that dope face in trouble. He's not even worth it. I saw him, no doubt about it. I saw that worthless liar.
Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly who you saw on that night.
Ha! I've told you so many times. You think that you know my story's not changing.
You already changed your story, stick boy. And I'm sure it will change some more.
Where there's one lie, there are usually many more behind it.
Exactly, Maya. That's why we have to keep after him.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. There's 5 here? No, 6. Okay.
I'll give you that. I was waiting that night for Gina. But that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I'd been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximilian Galactica at the scene. There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. So that means that money didn't show up until after you saw Max. That's right. Money ran up less than a minute after I saw Max.
Then Money snatched the ring, and you went chasing after him. How long was it until you came back to where you were raging?
Well, let's see. I'd say about, I suppose, 5 minutes, I think. So the victim could have arrived on the scene in that 5-minute stretch.
Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you testify that you said good evening to Max that night.
You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions. You said good morning in the morning and good afternoon during the day, right?
Well, if you're in Japan, it'd be either Ohio gozaimasu or konnichiwa. So either you're saying Ohio gozaimasu during the day or konnichiwa as in hello. It's the same greeting. You're just saying it different. The difference would be saying abayo, sayonara, ja, ashita, ja ashita. And oyasumi nasai. That's saying good night, or all these things I'm pointing out. Basically, it's how you say it. Like when I was in Japan, like I said, you can say good morning in 2 ways. You say hello or good morning. You say ohayo gozaimasu, which is good morning, and konnichiwa, which is still hello and also good morning. It also counts as good day.
And it is obvious that I say good night to someone at night.
Or you say good evening. Which brings me to my point. If you say yo, that's basically universal. You can say yo, that means hello. For saying good night, like I said, you have plenty of ways of saying good night in Japan. You either say konbanwa, which is good evening. Good night means oyasumi. Oyasumi nasai is good night.
Abayo sayonara and ja ashita, they all mean goodbye or see you around.
What, Ben? You got something to add? Let me guess. That's not it, Trudeau. You say good evening at night? I'm sorry, Trudeau.
Hey, Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you kept your ventriloquist act outside of the courtroom.
Impossible! A performer dies and praises performances. You should know better.
There's got to be something wrong with a bit of this testimony. It's the evening greeting. Isn't that a bit strange to you?
What do you mean?
Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being nice to him? It strikes me as somewhat strange.
What would it strike you as strange?
Exactly. How is it strange to be cordial to one of your co-workers?
Well, if it was simply just being cordial to a coworker, I would understand. Ah! That hurt!
Maybe you should think of having some proof before your lips start flapping next time. Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned that back in grade school. There's no reason that you would ever say something nice to us. But how do I go about proving that with the evidence? Bluffing is everything in this world. I'm sure you already learned that once. I guess I can give this a shot. The witness will resume his testimony. Those three ridiculous symbols.
Out of curiosity, exactly how many times have you asked that question, Barnett? If you're going to ask again, I'll answer with chorus. Everyone together now.
Silk hat, crack, white roses.
Thank you very much.
Maya, you didn't have to join in, did you?
But it's fun chatting out with everyone else. There has to be a hole in this testimony somewhere.
I agree. But do we have the proof to make something stick?
All we can do is try, right, Nick? We've got to have something that will prove useful.
Alright, time to go to work. One, two, three. About what time would you say these events took place?
You want to know the papers on the plan you can't figure out yourself. You already know that practice means properly at 10 p.m. And you already know that outward to the Nordic house right after practice. You don't need to be blind person to know around what time it was when I saw him. Just 10 more minutes. I'm sure you can do that. Now, what time was it?
Indeed, what time was it?
What time was it? Let me think about that for a second. I'm no good at that! It was 10:10 p.m.
Ah, yes, that sounds about right.
It sounds about what because that's the time that I saw Max on the scene.
Well, I think there's a reason why. Igati! Trilo, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder?
A fight?
A fight over Regina, to be exact.
It wasn't that big of a deal. It was just an argument, a disagreement at most.
A disagreement usually doesn't end with someone getting plonked over the head. That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he?
What? Is that an admission of assault and battery? Oh! Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charge first.
The truth is that on the day of the crime, the defendant and witness had a huge fight. There's absolutely no way they would have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just considering the personality of the witness on stand, there's no way a puppet this lewd would just up and say good evening to his rival.
Are you saying this witness is lying? That he is trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene? I can tell you can lie. I will see honest.
That's enough from you, Mr. Quist. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Let's clarify this testimony for the court. Cool. Could you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw that night? He saw a different person. It is my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. That's who he said good evening to.
What kind of theory is that?
A damn good one. The correct one. Furthermore, I don't believe the person the witness saw was Max at all.
That?
If he had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all. Which means there is only one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. That's why Trilo made the effort to greet whoever it was that he saw that evening. Or good evening as he put it.
That is the well.
Would the defense kindly explain who it was Trilo saw that evening then? Sir? This is who we saw. Right here. Right here. His person right here. Considering the ill temper of this witness, there is only one person he would greet. It must be Regina! It's Regina, right? She's so cute. No, Your Honor. It is not Regina. If it was Regina, Trilo would have given her the engagement ring as a present. Oh, yeah. I suppose you've got a point there.
It was Russell Barry, the victim himself, was it not?
You are correct. It was indeed Russell Berry. The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster, Russell Berry. That's why you greeted him, Trilo. Isn't that correct? Answer the question, Mr. Quist. Order! Order! How do you respond to this?
Why exactly? Well, first I thought it was the old man. But once I got better look at him, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica.
Or was it? I think it is high time that we clear the air about this question. Mr. Quist obviously witnessed a single person in the area of the plaza that evening. The problem is identifying exactly who that person was. Was it Maximilian Galactica? Or was it the ringmaster, one Mr. Russell Berry?
The prosecution argues that it was the defendant that the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's three symbols.
Three symbols.
Alright, this is getting old. Come on, man. You can't remember them by now. Here we go again. Everyone, all together now. Ah! Yes, we know. The sea cat, cloaks, and white roses.
A silk hat and a cloak. Anyone could wear them. They'd even look good on me.
What was that?
Well, the witness has endless repeated that. Saw him as his three symbols. However, how do we really know it was Maximilian Galactica? It could have been someone else dressed up as him. possibly even Russell Berry.
What?
That's true. Anybody can wear it. Anybody can wear that. That's not special. That's like, oh, that's common. Miss Uncommon, do you have clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant? That If that's the case, then it is impossible for me to make a judgment at this point. Yes! I think we finally won a point in this one.
That is very unfortunate.
Huh?
You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What do you mean by that?
You merely established one thing from this witness. You established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your efforts,
But
who that person was can only be answered by the next witness.
Huh? Huh?
Your Honor, the prosecution will provide, beyond a shadow of a doubt, an answer to that question, and evidence that clearly establishes one thing, that there is no one other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime.
Very well. The court will take 18-minute recess. During that time, I request the prosecution prepare the next witness. Court is now in recess. Yeah, definitely to be continued. And what I'm going to do here is stop. And save. And wow. When we come back, I'll write this. And next time, we're going into the second half of the first part of this trial when we meet the next witness. Ugh, my voice is not going like this. So stay tuned for more. Episode 3, Turnabout Big Top on Justice for All Revisited. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next part.